Hello, good morning. Uh, Today I am going to discuss some questions which is related to money and credit. Okay, so first question, that is the what are the drawback of money lenders or informal sectors? So as you know, there are two sectors from which the people can get money in the form of borrowing. One is known as the formal sector, other is known as informal sector. So formal sectors are those sectors which is run and governed by the government with the help of a particular rules and regulation. And just opposite it, informal sectors are those sectors which uh, does not run and govern by the government. It has no any particular rules. Man to man it varies, uh, and it is harmful for any borrowers. And that's why the question is, what are the drawback of money lenders? So first drawback is the rate of interest are very high, so it is known as exploitative in nature. So in case of informal sectors, the rate of interest is very high, so it means it exploit the borrowers. Second, it manipulates the loan records. Okay, it manipulates the loan records in a number of ways. Manipulates means change the values. Next, to repay loans taken at high compound rate of interest, they sell their property at cheap price. ठीक है? So here another problem is that the person who takes loans at higher interest rate and he is unable to make repayment, in this situation they sell their property at cheap rate for to get rid of loans, burden of loans. Next, for recoveries of loans and interest, all kinds of a strong arm method may be used by the lenders. So here this is the most exploitative in nature, that the lenders wants to recover their money. As a result, they use strong arms, means physical punishment is also given sometimes. Next is the poor people used land, cattle, crops, ornaments, etc. as a security. However, credit may be secured or insecured. जो जितने भी गरीब लोग होते हैं वो सभी कोलैटरल के फॉर्म में, गारंटी के फॉर्म में अपना ज़मीन, जायदाद, कैटल्स, कुछ क्रॉप्स या अपने घर के ऑर्नामेंट्स को एज ए सिक्योरिटी में रखते हैं, फिर भी उनका जो लोन जो होता है वो सिक्योर्ड नहीं रहता है. सो money lender possess economic, social and political influence in their localities. So these people are very strong and as a result they make a pressure on the borrowers. So due to all these uh, points, due to all these reasons or these points indicates that it is harmful for the borrower. That's why I have given at the end so many lenders. Credit has to be accepted as a necessary evil. So it is a evil for our society. Next is the, what do you mean by Kisan credit card? Suppose a question comes in the exam, write a short note on Kisan credit card or briefly explain the Kisan credit card. What will be the answer? The answer will be, this scheme was introduced in August 1998 by the Indian banks. This model was prepared by the International Bank of Agriculture and Rural Development. So it is a bank which supervise all the banks which are located in the rural areas or which works for the rural development. So NABARD is an important bank. It works just like the RBI, Reserve Bank of India, in rural areas. But don't confuse that it is RBI. No. Uh, its main objective to meet the comprehensive credit requirements of the agriculture sector. So, which that is the NABARD, regional rural banks, commercial banks, okay, uh, and state cooperative banks are the participating institution. It also provide financial support to fisheries and husbandries. So not only the um, agricultural activities it provides loans, but agricultural related activities also may run smoothly in the village areas, so it supports. Next question is why there is need of self-help group and what are its objectives. So self-help groups, as you know, it is the group of 10, 20 members, all are interlinked to each other. They deposits their money according to their ability to fulfill the basic needs or for to be the empowerment in the uh, on the economical basis. So on that basis we can say need of self-help groups are first to make the people of below poverty line hopeful and self-reliant. Second, to increase their income. Third, to improve their standard of living and status in the society. To bring these sections of the society to the mainstream because they are uh, very poor. Next, it helps in the group formation, it helps in capital formation of the country. A skill development also may take place, taking up economic for income generations. So these are the basic important objectives, and that's why uh, self-help group is most important. So now come to the objectives of self-help group. So main objective to inculcate the banking habits among the members. Second, to ensure them from financial, technical and moral strengths. Next, to enable availing of loans for productive purposes. Next, to gain economic prosperity through loans or credits. Next, to gain from collective wisdom in organizing and managing their own finance. Next, to create group feeling among women. So these are the main objectives which is kept behind the self-help groups. Next question is why do lender ask for collateral while lending? This is the most important thing. Every lender wants some collateral before lending. So what are the main reason? The main reason is that lenders want to be sure that they get back their principal as well as interest amount. A large number of people are very poor whose capacity to borrow is also poor. Therefore, the lenders ask for collateral. If the borrowers fail to repay the loans, the lender has the right to sell the assets or the collateral so that they can get their principal amount along with interest. So next question is the what are the function of commercial bank, how it create credit. A bank offers service to the general public and to companies is known as commercial bank. In other words, you can say all the financial institution which receives the money and gives loan along with other general services is known as commercial bank. Its main function is to accept deposits from the public and to give loans and advances to all persons. It is also different from other financial institutions because it accepts checks, checkable deposits. Next is the credit creation. What do you mean by credit creation? It means the creation of bank deposits with a little cash in hand. Commercial bank has ability to multiply loans and advances and hence deposits. So it is because of their unique multiple credit creating power. Commercial banks are known as factories of credit. So every commercial bank always creates credit and it is the main source of their income. Now come to the why do we need to expand formal sources of credit in India? So first question was related to informal sources and their drawbacks I have already explained. So on that basis, here the another question is why do we need to expand formal sources of credit in India? So formal sources of credit is needed to expand in India for the development of nation. There is no organization which supervises the credit activities of lenders in the informal sectors. Second, to reduce the dependence of farmers on informal sectors of credit like money lenders. Next, to reduce the higher risk associated with formal sources of credit because of fluctuating terms and conditions. So, the overall we can say the to remove the drawbacks of informal sector, there is the requirement to develop formal sectors. Next and the last point, to avail cheap credit to farmers in the rural areas. Now the next question comes from this point, that why there is a need of cheap affordable credit in our country or anywhere for the development of economy. So it is noticed that it would lead to higher incomes and encourage people to invest in agriculture, engage in businesses and set up a smaller scale industries. So these are the economic activities by which the people generates income. So if these people will get cheap credit, means more income which would be left with the borrowers for further investment rather to pay interest. Cheap credit helps to get rid of exploitation at the hands of informal sectors such as money lenders. It may improve economic condition of the poor and landless people. So in this way we find that cheap credit is most important for the development of any economy. Okay, so these are the important questions. Sometimes these questions are also asked in the board exam, so prepare these questions in the writing for in your notebook and try to explain it yours try to explain these important questions accordingly so that you may write in the board exam. Okay, thank you.